with Wanda's course is get familiar with it. If you're an affiliate, you can get out and promote it. If you're a learner, you can learn from it. If whoever you are, you're going to be polished up with Wanda's information. So we're going to be introducing Wanda in just a minute. And I want to remind you, if you have not registered for this Saturday's Founders Launch, 3 years in the building, the great discovery is going global. You are on top of this network. Do not look back at what was going on when we were putting content up. We're going to launch now. Make sure you're there on Saturday. If you haven't registered, registration links right at the top of your greatdiscovery.com website. Go click on that and get signed up. It's free. You don't want to miss it, and share that link with everyone, because everyone that registers is in your community. So there we go.
Okay, and Tim, and the live stream is up, so I will go ahead and spotlight Wanda. And do you have the intro?
I will, if you just give me 30 seconds.
Wanda, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you, and I have made you a co-host, Coach Wanda, so that you can share if you need to also, all right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, Tim, you're anytime.
Okay, just 1 second. We'll get that up. If you would spotlight me too, that'd be great. All set? Am I muted or something?
No, you're good to go.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the Great Discovery's new course spotlight. And what we do on these sessions is get out some absolutely stellar creators, coaches, trainers, experts, podcasters from all over the globe that come out and have a chance for you to be able to see what they've got going on. Tonight's session is absolutely amazing. We're going to be hosted by Coach Wanda. Wanda has a fantastic course that's up. She spent nearly 2 decades teaching, lecturing, and coaching. She's also an editor and has written many books on business. Her dynamic humor and compassion create a uplifted environment. She allowing the participant to escalate to their total capacity. Her sessions, I've watched Wanda as she's been on. This is about her second or third time on here. You guys absolutely need to go check out Wanda's course. So with that, let's turn it over to Wanda. Take it away, Wanda.
Hi, thank you so much for that. Yes, I have been on a few times. I can't even keep up with the times, but thank you guys so much. And I know I have 20 minutes, and every time I think about that, I go, okay, how can I get everything in? So we're just gonna take as much as we can here, and for all the listeners, and yeah, just taking in. But I'm not going to share a screen because sometimes sharing the screen and taking the information, it gets kind of to me a little confusing sometimes. So if you can just have a piece of paper by your side or something you want to just write some really quick notes on, yeah, that'll be just as fine, just as well. Okay. I have a course online called Businesstastic Masters, and really it's the inside course for outside results. So actually what happens, this course is really dealing with or really focusing on the inside part of you. So it's kind of like a holistic avenue to it. So it's not your average course. It really deals a lot with you and your potentiality. It deals a lot with you with the magnet of business. So it really focuses on a holistic viewpoint. Like I said, it's the inside out approach course. So with that being said, I want to take 3 pointers here that I have designed in the course. I did this course for financial advisors, and it became so popular that it was time to really make a course out of it, actually. So before we get started, anybody that's listening, if you're an entrepreneur, just know already you are a master at everything you do already. You already have exactly what you need. You already are prepared for what you want to do. You are already a master. So we just want to start there. This is just refining your mastery skills and what you are here to bring to the table. The first section I want to start with is called the revolving door in business. Now, I call it revolving doors in business because what happens when we first start, we may think that, the business may look one way. I want you to think of your business as always a revolving door, meaning that It's exiting and entering. They both have the same value. They both have the same weight. I don't want you to think that they have a separate avenue because then you get confused when something is exiting. Oh, I've lost clients, I've lost business. No, 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 no. We want to think in terms of exiting and entering at the same time. So think of your business as a revolving door. Now, to do that, of course, you have to have confidence in what you're doing. Doesn't mean I am on point with everything. It means that I just have confidence on knowing what I'm bringing to the table in the present moment. So it really takes the stress off of that, part of thinking I don't have everything together. Confidence doesn't mean that. Confidence means you already have the ability to put out what you're doing. So you want to think of your business as a revolving door. No, no one enters or leaves. It's just the same weight. You're looking at it, you're giving it the same value. Um, so as you do that, then you can flow in your service. It means that you won't think that if something didn't happen means I'm not doing it right or there was a wrong way. No, you are flowing. You are flowing in your service of business. And you want to keep your mind on the opportunities that is happening, that has occurred. And in that way, if you think of it as revolving doors, then you're not thinking of it like a separate avenue. I had this yesterday, today, no one signed, or I lost a client. I tell my miracle mates after I call my one-on-one clients miracle mates, not clientele, that there are no it is no really losses. It may feel that way, but that's just a really veil of illusion that's there actually. But your business is here to really teach you. So think of it as a revolving door, first of all. And I want to give you just a takeaway with that process right there. Daily in the morning, when you wake up, before you start thinking what I don't have or what I need to do, think of it, just start off with a visualization of my business is a revolving door. A revolving door business really takes the stress off of what's happening. Is it happening? Is it not happening? And then you can't stay focused in present time while it is happening. So think of it in the morning. That's this first takeaway with this process. Process number one, you want to visualize it as a revolving door business. Never close, not closing. It's not an entry. It's the same avenue. One whole circle. And if you can do that, believe me, you'll really have a different intake on your business. You'll have a different flow on how your business is flowing. So you want to really look at it like that. Keep it thinking in terms of a revolving door. Okay. Um, the next section I have is called staying on top of your business. Now, what does that mean when you hear staying on top? Okay. We think that the way to stay on top is, we have to be possibly ahead of the game to really stay on top. But what happens there is that if I'm trying to get ahead, not saying it's right or wrong, it's saying remember the inside out approach. So it's a whole different spiel here. If I think I need to stay on top, I'm going to be always running probably ahead of my business. My business is my teacher. My business is teaching me what I need to do, what needs to be done. If I can just listen and stay aligned with that, then I'm going to be walking alongside of my business. So staying on top doesn't mean I have to get ahead. I have to run around to beat the business before something gets there. I'm sure people do that. But like I said, again, this is a whole different course here, the inside approach. You want to start acknowledging your wins. I call it wins only because you're acknowledging. You can start get a journal or something and put down, acknowledge your daily wins. Maybe your phone call. You had a great phone call with whoever you were talking to. Maybe something sparked that you heard. Start writing down the things that you feel a comforting, I call it your comforting zone in business. Start writing down the comforting zones. Now you may think, okay, well, what is that going to do? We'll talk about that in a second, what's going to happen there. When you start allowing yourself a place where the comforting zones are happening and you are writing them down, then when your business may seem to in your mind's eye may not be going the way you want it to go, you can just stop and take a moment and have that book handy when the wins or the things were comforting to you felt that way. What that does, that keeps it keeps your, I will not like the ego business mind, but yeah, it keeps the ego business mind from thinking something is not happening, is not going the right way, or I didn't get what I needed to get. So you really want to um, give yourself a chance to start to acknowledge the things that really have been beneficial for you. And if you have a booklet with that, then like I said, you can be able to go to it anytime you feel, oh, it's been like a down day. I ask people, what does a down day mean? Meaning maybe I didn't get a lot of sales, I didn't put out what I needed to, business didn't come through like I wanted to. No, you really want to know that that doesn't mean you're not in the right place or you're doing something wrong. All it means is that you just caught in the flux of the highs and lows of the perceived business. So you really want to stay on top of it by being with it. So now here's another takeaway you can use with that. If you just say you go over your day at night, this is what really has worked for many people. They review their day at night, and the things that you didn't think really went the way you wanted to, I would like for you to replay it. Replay it in your mind. If there was something you wanted to say or you want to hear, replay it over, and this time, replay it in the outcome that you were looking for. So, give it, replay it the way you would have wanted it to go. And if you do that every night, then guess what? You're not taking the unfinished uh, business that you thought you didn't get to the next day. Because what we do, if we don't clear that, then we start to really take in what happened yesterday on today. Today is a new moment. And if we don't really clear those moments, then we think that we start to build up a subliminal case that, okay, this is not happening and my business is not flowing. Where did I not do the right thing? Yes, you really want to kind of clear out that day. Not saying you're denying what happened, you're not. You just are replaying it in a way that you would have liked it to go. It really, really refreshes your attitude. Well, I use the word attitude, not much, but yeah, it refreshes your attitude for the next day. It really allows you to be coming from a new space in your business. That is pointing us on staying on top of it. Um, you just want to be able to allow it to be your director. That gives you that feeling, and you get a chance to start afresh with conversations the next day. Your ideas are not clouded with what happened yesterday that you're still holding on to. You see, because it's just business is energy, it's consciousness. I mean, basically, that's really what it is when it boils down to it, unless we're looking at it from another mindset. But this set is that we're coming from the inside out approach. Like I said, this course is not your average course. It's like a whole school on this course. It deals with you and what you bring to the table. It really gives you stress busters you can use. It's like a school, this course. You can really take a sneak peek at it, and you can have it's a few free processes there you can do, which you're gonna totally love. It will change your mindset. Um, okay, the third section I want to talk about was how do you gain insight from contrast learning in your business. Okay. So when we hear the word contrast, we go, okay, right, it's like an opposite, and yet those opposites are your teacher. Remember, the only way it can't be that if you decide, I'm quitting. I'm quitting this business. I'm just going to quit. That's the only way that um, you would exit out of this. Contrast learning is very important because everything that appears in your business, whether you view it from a like or dislike, it has knowledge behind it. It has it has a lot of information that you can use. Like I said, unless you quit. But if you're not quitting, you want to look at it. You want to embrace contrast learning. You want to be able to get a feel or understanding on when something is feels opposing to you, that okay, let me stop for a moment and think, what could this be? What do I need to know? Or what is this trying to tell me? Am I willing to see it differently? So we take a pause moment, because contrast learning has everything in it that you really are going to be able to use as you move through your business. I used to really could not stand contrast learning when I didn't know the truth about contrast learning. But yet, once I realized, doing these courses and the books I had, the chapters in business, I realized that contrast learning teaches you everything. It teaches you where you need to go in your next direction of business. So here's an example. Just say that I'm on a call with someone and maybe the person I'm speaking to did not really buy my product, or maybe a few times I've had that call, a few, 2 or 3 times in a row, whatever. So I want to say, okay, listen, what is this showing me? There's something here. Could it be I did not listen closely to what they wanted? I was just trying to service them on what I thought they wanted. You see, so in this course, it teaches you those things also. It's a lot of chapters in there. I just can't remember. It's like a whole school, like I said there. Um, and you would really start to know, okay, well, now I can really redirect this. This has been really a rewarding experience. And a takeaway from that is you just want to be grateful to know that, hey, I'm a wisdom participant learner. I'm so grateful for the wisdom that I've learned in this contrast learning. That's a great takeaway. I'm not saying you have to like it. This has nothing to do with like or dislike. It has everything to do with just realizing how your business is moving through the many doors it's going to grow through. And it gives you a chance to learn and excel, and you can really switch things around. You're willing to see things differently. Like I said, unless you're going to quit your business, then okay, then we don't care about any of these. We're just going to just quit. But yeah, you really want to get a hold on these 3 pointers. There's so many more pointers in the course that I just did not get to, but it's a lot. And it first starts off with you being your magnet, you being your business magnet. That's the first part of the course. There's a second part of the course that talks about the communication, the 5 authentic communication factors where uh your clientele that you're speaking to, either they can be in not knowing direction, they can be a procrastinator. So you have all these tools to hear where they are and to be able to use to move them to the next direction. So there are many, many things, in the course, and these are just 3 pointers I wanted to really put effort in so people can realize, remember, your business is a revolving door. You want to visualize that in the morning every day. First thing, okay, it's a revolving door. You don't have to, it's impersonalized that way. And second part is you want to stay on top of your business. At nighttime, you want to then clear out the way you thought it would have gone. It didn't go that way, but now you want to replay that so you can just edge out that unnecessary uh, stress that you may take in the next day that didn't happen. So it keeps you on point. You can listen closely to the person you want, you are really in business with. And the third section is you want to gain insight on contrast learning. Contrast learning is your friend. Um, it's not an enemy, actually, because we set it all up anyway. But yeah, so it just brings you back to knowing you're grateful for being a participant, for the wisdom learning that you're learning, you're a wisdom participant in listening and hearing what contrast learning is teaching you, because there's something there. And that means then with those 3 pointers alone, you can really view your business in a new way. Um, it's not hard to do. It's just following what the business is telling you. So your business is your teacher. So you want to pay attention there. Not what you think. Now, what you think is could be right too, but yet I always say, you want to be right, or do you want the business to flow? So you want to flow with your business, and you can think about the right part of it later. So those are my 3 pointers, and if anybody have any questions or oh, I think I'm right on time, right 9:20. Yeah. Like, so yeah. Um, any questions or is anything else that anybody want to know or yeah, thank you.
So if anybody has any questions for Wanda, there's a good time to do that. I'm going to show you real quick how you can find Wanda's course. Let's go over and take a look on your Great Discovery Marketplace. Go to your greatdiscovery.com marketplace. You just go right in here when you're logged in or not logged in, either one. Go to the search, just type in Wanda. She's easy to find. And you got Wanda Harris, Businesstastic Masters Sneak Peek Guide, and welcome to Businesstastic Masters. Just click on that. It'll open right up, and you can go get in and get started with that. So you can try the free or the full course and get up and get engaged with Wanda. Try that free. Get involved with it. If you're vibing with what Wanda is talking about, I am. You should probably get in and get started with that. You can share that link and promote it with other people as well. But with that, does anybody have any questions for anybody for Wanda? Any comments, any feedback?
I want to make a comment, Coach Wanda. I really like the perspective that you look at business, the contrast, the whole. It's just a different way of looking at it, and we all learn different ways. We all have different ways of absorbing information. So I really love that it's just kind of edgy. It's kind of not the norm, and so it takes a minute to kind of wrap your head around it. But when you start to do that, it's really cool, you guys. It's some great concepts to explore, and great new things to learn. So thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, it is. But like I said, it's the insight. It's a whole different approach to business. Once you have internalized it. Well, that's what I do anyway. As a coach, it's the internal approach, and then the outside rewards do come that way. So it's really, yeah, it's a very
Mhm.
different approach. Like I said before, I had no intentions of doing the course, but I was teaching wealth advisors or financial advisors, we know them, and they all thought the processes were so fantastic. And then I said, okay, let me, try to make into a course what they've gotten here. And it was quite a surprise. But yeah, because they had never dealt with it that way either.
Mhm.
Yet, then their business started to flow and they did not deal with it that way either because it was a new way. Like I said, it's the inside approach. So thank you, Sandra. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, I see Wanda with her hand up. I mean, sorry, Tammy with your hand up. Hi, Tammy. You got your mute
Hi.
on.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to say thank you. I think they were really great points, and I think having people think outside of the box like that for their business is uh, really very helpful and useful.
Oh, thank you. I see you have your mindset reset. Yes, so you
Oh,
plunged right into it.
yeah.
Yes, of course. I see it in the background. Of course you would rethink and revive. Yes, that is it. The 3 R's. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it is. It's a whole new way of business. It starts that way. Not that, and I don't speak a word about finances because once you're set in your modem there, the finances will happen. I don't have to mention the financial part. Actually, I don't in the course at all. So, which is that, it's just, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy, for that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Any more feedback? Any questions? Anything at all that we have for Coach Wanda? Okay, well, all right, everyone. We appreciate you coming in. Remember that the Global Founders Launch is this Saturday, and that is Saturday the 24th. If you're not registered yet, go on to your greatdiscovery.com. You'll see a big old pop-up that's on there. Click register now. Copy that link and share it with others because everyone that registers comes into your global network community just by registering for that event. It's free to come. They get lots of value, thousands of dollars in giveaways that we're giving to every single person that's there. Tremendous new announcements, global simulcast. You'll be able to speak with people in other countries, in other languages right there online. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Last thing I wanted to let you know, if you're thinking about becoming on here with the Great Discovery as a creator, we have a founders launch special on the creator pack. Save $200 on that thing, and it's unlimited content, unlimited translation, affiliate, stage time, everything else, everything that you could ever imagine with that. and you can do that. That is available only until February 15th. So you can do that with the coupon code is Founder 2026, no space, all caps, Founder 2026. Make sure you grab that. And there are some special advantages by starting as a creator, because coming out of this founders event, everybody that has a creator pack will indeed be able to qualify as a founder. Oh, and there is big value behind that, and the awards and recognition and the actual cash money that you can get from that is going to be something that is spectacular. So I think you're definitely going to want to check into that. And that's it for tonight, everybody. I appreciate you all tuning in. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, excuse me, is the affiliate side of the business. We're going to show you everything that you need to know to really get up and just make the affiliates thing. Maybe you're not a creator on the Great Discovery. That's okay. But you know what? People like Wanda's content, so many others. We got thousands of titles. We've got training on virtually anything that you need to do. We've got great coaching. We've got podcasts. We've got software subscriptions. And it's all available worldwide. The key is you're getting paid not only on your own efforts, but on everybody in your global community. And everyone in your global community includes, you got a lifetime customer that anyone that engages with you, they come on and you invite them onto an event like this, they're in your global community. You get paid for life on them and everyone that ever comes through them worldwide on any global content. Well, with that, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great evening. Have a good night. Bye-bye.